Hello and welcome back. I'm back on the allotment at last. Not done very many videos of late. My apologies. I've been doing a lot of DIY on the house at home, and you know it's quicker to get on and do that. And obviously it's not related to this channel. This isn't a DIY channel. This is about gardening. So no, I've been extremely busy this autumn, and I have to say, I think since the last video when I was here, I was saying about how dry it has been. I can now say it's been extremely wet, and that's the main reason why I haven't really been here much, because I think in September we had about 8 or 9 inches of rain, you know, in a matter of 2 or 3 days, and although I'm hoping now it's dry on top, because I have got some winter onion sets to plant, autumn or winter onion sets. Obviously they'll be ready next May, June, July time. I'm going to try and get those in, but I have done a little bit more since I was here. I've still been battling the bindweed, and I think I've really, you know, I'm not going to say I've beaten it, because I think it's going to come back really strongly next year again, and it's going to be another battle next year, but I think I'm on top of it, and I've been delighted with what I've grown this year. The beans, I've still been picking beans up till a week ago. They are now finished, and I'll pan round in a little while and show you. I've got the whole plot turned over. Many times it's been forked over 2 or 3 times down here. I've still got some potatoes to get out. We might have a look at those if I have time. And yeah, I'm delighted with how the new allotment has gone. You know, considering this is ground that hasn't grown anything, as I've explained in my other videos from here. It's completely virgin ground when it comes to growing anything. It's been a grass field, plus it was infilled 40 years ago. So all in all, yeah, I'm delighted with how it's shaping up, and so without further ado, I'm going to get on and see if I can prepare this bit of ground and see if we can get these onion sets in. Thinking about, that's the thing about gardening, you have to think about not a few weeks but a few months, and we're thinking about next year already. We're thinking about next May or June, if these grow and do any good. Not worried if they don't, but it's always worth a try with gardening. So yeah, I'll get on. So these are shallots, and it's the same thing, you know, just putting them on. Obviously these are a little bit bigger, so I am going to sort of put them in a little bit deeper. It's been nicely forked over though. You don't need a dibber or anything with this kind of soil. Yeah, they just go straight in. Just there again, trying just to leave the sort of top protruding out a little bit harder there. We'll make sure the pole go in. There we go. Bindweed off. So there we've got our onion sets there, row of onion sets, and you can just see the tops poking up. Perhaps you can't on the camera, but they are. The tops just poking up there, and half a row of shallots. So I'm now digging these potatoes out, and they're not brilliant. I'll show you in the bag in a bit. And I mean, there's not a huge amount of yield. I've taken all these out. I've used all this row apart from a few at the end there. And I mean, they're not fantastic potatoes, but I mean, there you can see. Hopefully you saw that. I mean, that's about the sort of, you know, about the size I'm getting. I should take them home. So I can empty the bag now, and obviously take them home and then have a really, even perhaps on a nice airy day. Now the light isn't too strong, put them out, brush them off with the dirt off, and let them dry off a little bit, and then store them in a Hessian bag in a cool, somewhere like our garage or my workshop, very cool and dark, and they'll keep for a few weeks. If I bring them in, you can see. I think these are a variety called Charlotte. They tend, whether it's because it's a dry year, they tend to go a bit mashy, when they're cooked. But having said that, they are great, mashed potatoes. There again, I'm delighted to get something off it. It's only that you can see the bindweed that I can give this a really good clear out now. The bindweed that we grew here in the summer, any ones that are a bit deep, like that one, will go in that part and chopped up compost heap. I'll take it home and dispose of them. One there, which is okay. See, all things all, sorry, look at this root, getting a bit far away now from you, but just to make it out that I'm not actually planting these in the sort of, they are freshly dug out of the ground, and hopefully you can see that. As I say, a reasonable size. That's about as much as I can carry today. So I'll call it quits on that, and I'll just show you in the bag there. Get the Hessian bag. And there you see, there's some reasonably sized potatoes, quite happy with those. I can use them and they'll save a little bit of cost in buying potatoes. So there again, and this is some of the best soil on the allotment down here. The pity of it is it has got this terrible bindweed in it, but this is something on the winter I really want to sort of fork. This only got forked over once very quickly, and then I set the potatoes straight in it, which was probably worth it in the long run. But now I can, over the winter months, I can really take time and clear all this and sort of fork it over a couple of times backwards and forwards and try and remove as much of the bindweed that I can see in that time. And obviously another job I should be doing relatively soon is now taking my beans down. You could almost, my grandfather, who was he was a professional gardener and ran a market garden, he would be saving these in his day. Obviously seed was expensive, and he always used to save his own run of bean seeds and many other seeds as well, vegetables, particularly in wartime, he told me, obviously when things were scarce, and he grew a lot of things what the war ag from the government in the wartime told him to grow, and some of that were flowers, would you believe? So we didn't lose the seed. They were purely grown for the seed, just to keep seeds. They were worried that everybody was growing so much food that we could lose certain plants. I might even pick a few of those off and see if there's any usable that I can use today. And I'll have sausage and mash with my own potatoes, and see if I can find enough beans for one more time, which isn't bad considering I've been picking these constantly now for many weeks, and here we are, it's the 28th of October today. So yeah, all in all, it's been a really great year really, and I'm really pleased with how the allotment has gone. And there's some leeks there which are growing, so one or two of them got a bit rid of the rust, as leeks do, unfortunately. But they're okay. I don't mind small leeks, I don't want massive great things necessarily. I don't use that many, so and I can tidy and weed up those now it's come a bit drier. The strawberries look very well as I set out, as do the raspberries. They seem to have taken, and naturally they will die off now, but they're in a nice draining part of the allotment up there, which does help, definitely. There's no question, obviously up here, that it's obviously up top going more up the hill, and this ground is quite stony and drains much quicker. So yeah, all in all, it's been quite a good year really, and I'm delighted just to think that I've got the whole plot turned over roughly. That gives me plenty of scope to decide what to do, you know, for next year, and I've got the whole plot then to go at. Obviously we shall come back for further updates when I'm up here in the winter time, but that just kind of fills you in with how things have been going the last few weeks. As it's been, I'm sure with you if you're in the UK, likewise it's probably been very wet as well, but to say, I'm quite surprised today how well the top has dried now, so that's great. Yeah, so apologies if I look a bit windswept. That's it for today. I have found, you know, quite a few beans. Some of them are a bit old, but I can sort through them, and there'll be enough today for my sausage and mash, and that's 2 items. I certainly haven't grown the sausage, unfortunately. I haven't got room to keep pigs, and yeah, there'll be a few there that I can, you know, a few beans that I can make out of these, and you know, just to use them up and one last time. It's nice to have things in season, you know, and then, you know, you have to wait and think, oh, that'll be probably the middle of July at the earliest when I can next put run of beans. You know, that's the thing about gardening, you're always thinking ahead, you're always thinking to that next crop you're going to grow, but that could be many months, it could be a year or more away. So as always, thanks for watching, and please do like, comment. How's your allotment year been? As I say, mine has been very quiet really. I've just concentrated, considering I only took this plot over as a grass ungrown plot on the 4th of May this year. I'm delighted with what I've achieved, and it's looking good, you know, to grow a little bit more produce next year. And I think that's my one top tip that I'll not that I like giving tips, because I think every gardening is so individual, but my one top tip if you're taking an allotment is take your time, do it at your own pace, you know, don't try and go mad at it, you know, just do a little bit now and then, and that's the best way. And that's what I've done this summer, and yeah, it's been great to come here and I've really enjoyed it, and it's now looking as though it's going to lash down with rain again, so at least I've got my shallots and onions in, and we'll see how they do. So until next time, my best wishes, and bye for now.